Target announced today that it's closing 9 stores in major cities next month because of theft and organized retail crime.
You walk into Target for paper towels and leave with a $200 receipt. Sound familiar? That wasn't an accident. That wasn't poor self-control. You just became a victim of one of the most sophisticated psychological operations in retail history. Target has spent decades studying your brain, analyzing your behavior, and weaponizing everything from colors to smells to manipulate exactly how much money flies out of your wallet. They've mastered what psychologists call the target effect. And once you understand what's really happening, you'll never look at those red bullseyes the same way again. Everything you're about to discover has been hidden in plain sight. The cheerful aisles, the friendly team members, that weirdly pleasant shopping experience. All of it is calculated. Every single element of Target's stores exists for one reason: to keep you inside longer and trick you into spending more. From the moment you step through those doors, you're entering a carefully designed trap. And the craziest part? Most people have no idea it's even happening. Let's start with something you see before you even walk inside. That red logo isn't just branding. It's a psychological weapon. Color psychology isn't some conspiracy theory. It's hard science that retailers have been using for decades. Red is the most powerful color in the spectrum when it comes to triggering human behavior. It elevates your heart rate, creates feelings of urgency, and most importantly, encourages impulse buying. Research shows that red makes people act faster and more impulsively than any other color. It's why stop signs are red, why clearance sales use red tags, and why Target built their entire brand identity around it. The moment you see those red carts, red signs, and red team member shirts, your brain is already being primed. You're not just shopping, you're being activated. But here's where it gets wild. While most retailers avoid red because it's too aggressive for their brand image, Target went all in. They understood something crucial. If you can associate red with a positive shopping experience, instead of just urgency, you create an incredibly powerful combination. You feel excited, energized, and ready to buy. And that's exactly what they want. The red doesn't stop at the logo. It's engineered throughout the entire store, from the signage to the team uniforms to the shopping carts you push. Your subconscious is constantly being reminded that you're in a space designed to make you spend. Every red surface is a subtle command. Buy now, act fast, don't think too hard. Now you're through the doors, and boom, immediately you're hit with Bullseye's Playground, formerly known as the dollar spot. This isn't random placement. This is strategic warfare. Target deliberately positions this section right at the front entrance before you've even started your real shopping. Why? Because they want you to start spending immediately. These items range from $1 to $5. Seems harmless, right? A few cute seasonal decorations, some organizational bins, maybe party supplies. But here's the psychological trick. When you grab a few cheap items right away, you've already committed to spending money. Your brain shifts from, I'm just here for necessities, to, I'm shopping and buying things. That mental switch is massive. Plus, filling your cart early creates momentum. An empty cart feels incomplete. But once you've got a few items in there, it's easier to keep adding more. Target knows this. They've designed Bullseye's Playground to make you feel good about spending small amounts, which psychologically removes your resistance to spending larger amounts later. And they don't let it get stale. The merchandise rotates every 8 weeks, always matching upcoming holidays and seasons. Valentine's Day, Easter, back to school, Halloween, Christmas. There's always something new and tempting. Teachers especially lose their minds here, dropping serious cash on classroom supplies that seem affordable individually, but add up to hundreds of dollars. But Target wasn't always this aggressive about it. In 2015, they rebranded the entire section as Bullseye's Playground and upgraded the displays. They made it bigger, brighter, and more impossible to ignore. Now it's got their mascot literally wagging its tail at you from the top of the display. The message is clear. This is fun. This is affordable. This is where your shopping journey begins. And before you know it, you've spent $20 on stuff you didn't even know existed 5 minutes ago. All right, you've survived Bullseye's Playground. Now comes the real trap, the store layout itself. Ever notice how the stuff you actually need is never near the entrance? Groceries are in the back. Milk and eggs are tucked away in corners. Essential household items are scattered throughout the store. This isn't poor planning, it's brilliant strategy. Target studied traditional supermarket tactics and perfected them. By forcing you to walk through the entire store to reach basic necessities, they're exposing you to thousands of products you weren't planning to buy. It's called the decompression zone strategy, and every major retailer uses some version of it. But Target takes it further. Their aisles are spacious, bright, and inviting, completely different from the warehouse feel of competitors like Walmart. This isn't about aesthetics, it's about psychology. When a store feels comfortable and open, you move slower, you browse more, you pick things up and examine them. And the longer you're in the store, the more money you spend. Studies have proven this connection repeatedly. Then, there are the end cap displays, those special sections at the end of each aisle. These aren't random either. Target places high-margin products and promotional items here because they know shoppers glance at end caps even when they're not going down that particular aisle. It's prime real estate for impulse purchases. You're walking past, something catches your eye, and into the cart it goes. The store layout also follows what retail experts call the invariant right. Most customers naturally turn right when entering a store and move counterclockwise. Target designs their floor plans around this behavior, placing the most profitable departments and attention-grabbing displays in your natural path. You think you're just wandering, but you're actually following a carefully choreographed route designed to maximize spending. Let's talk about something most people don't consciously notice, but definitely feel: the sensory experience. Target didn't always play music in their stores. When they finally added it during a major remodel, customers immediately noticed the difference. Retail consultants described it as night and day. The atmosphere became more comfortable and inviting. The music isn't random playlist filler. It's specifically chosen to keep you calm and browsing. Popular songs at a comfortable volume create a pleasant background that makes you want to linger. Contrast this with the silent, fluorescent warehouse vibe of discount competitors, and you can feel why Target's environment is so much more appealing. But music is just one layer. The lighting is crucial too. Target uses bright, comfortable LED lighting throughout their stores, not harsh fluorescents that make you want to leave. The spacious aisles get plenty of light, making everything look clean, organized, and appealing. Natural light floods through larger windows in newer store designs. They've even added plants and locally sourced wood elements in remodeled locations to create that warm, inviting feeling. And then there's the smell. Have you ever noticed that Target smell? It's a real thing people talk about constantly. Many shoppers report a distinct, pleasant scent that hits them when walking through the doors. While Target hasn't officially confirmed it, companies absolutely use scent marketing. It's an entire industry. The Starbucks location at most Target entrances doesn't hurt either. That coffee aroma creates an instant feeling of comfort and indulgence. All these sensory elements work together to create what psychologists call the Gruen effect, named after the architect who designed the first shopping mall. When you overwhelm people's senses in a pleasant way, they lose track of time and their original purpose. You wander, you browse, and you spend way more than you intended. Target has perfected this multi-sensory manipulation. Here's something that seems totally innocent, but is actually calculated: shopping cart size. Target's carts, like most retailers, have been steadily growing for decades. The average shopping cart has nearly tripled in size since the 1970s. Why? Because empty space in your cart creates psychological pressure to fill it. When your cart looks half empty, your brain subconsciously thinks you haven't shopped enough. There's still room, so why not add more? Marketing consultant studies have shown that when shopping cart size doubled, customers bought 40% more merchandise. That's a massive increase from a simple design change. Target knows this. Their oversized carts make it easy to keep adding items without feeling like you're overdoing it. The cart seems to have endless room, so that extra throw pillow, those cute kitchen towels, and a few impulse snacks all fit comfortably. If you had a smaller basket, you'd be forced to prioritize. But with a giant cart, why not take it all? This is also why retail experts recommend using a basket instead of a cart when you only need a few items. The physical limitation forces you to stick to your list. But Target makes their baskets somewhat inconvenient. They're heavy, they have uncomfortable handles, and there aren't as many available. The cart is right there, easy to grab, and so much more comfortable to push around. Convenience is the enemy of restraint. The psychology gets even deeper. A full cart also creates a sense of accomplishment and completion. Your shopping trip feels more successful when you filled your cart, even if half the stuff wasn't on your original list. Target has weaponized this feeling. Now we're getting into seriously creepy territory. Back in 2012, Target made national headlines for something that exposed just how deeply they track customer behavior. Their data analytics team had developed an algorithm that could predict when customers were pregnant, sometimes before those customers had told their own families. A statistician named Andrew Pohl discovered that women on baby registries bought large quantities of unscented lotion during their second trimester. They also purchased significant amounts of calcium, magnesium, and zinc supplements in the first 20 weeks of pregnancy. By tracking about 25 different products, Target could assign a pregnancy prediction score to customers and estimate their due date. The story that went viral involved an angry father storming into a Minneapolis Target, furious that the store had sent his teenage daughter coupons for baby clothes and cribs. She was still in high school. The manager apologized profusely. But weeks later, that same father called back to apologize himself. His daughter had been pregnant, and Target knew before he did. Think about how disturbing that is. Target was analyzing purchase patterns so precisely that their algorithm could detect pregnancy based on shopping habits alone. They weren't just tracking what you buy. They were predicting major life events and using that information to manipulate when and how they marketed to you. And here's the twist. Target realized this was creeping people out. So instead of stopping, they just got sneakier. They started mixing pregnancy-related coupons with random unrelated products. Lawnmowers, wine glasses, whatever, to make it seem coincidental instead of targeted. That way, pregnant women would still get the baby product promotions, but it wouldn't be obvious that Target was tracking them. This level of data collection continues today through their loyalty program. Every purchase you make, every coupon you clip in the app, every item you browse online, it's all being analyzed to predict your future behavior and send you personalized offers at exactly the right psychological moment. Let's talk about something so common, you probably don't even notice it anymore. Prices ending in 99 cents. Target does this constantly. $19.99 instead of $20. $4.99 instead of $5. It seems like such a small thing, but the psychological impact is huge. This tactic is called charm pricing, and it exploits something called the left digit effect. Your brain focuses on the first number you see, not the complete price. So $19.99 registers mentally as $19, not $20, even though it's only 1 penny different. That single cent creates the illusion of a significantly lower price. Studies have proven this works. One company, AB, tested a red call to action button versus a green one and found the red button increased conversions by 21%. Pricing experiments have shown similar results. Customers overwhelmingly choose the $9.99 item over the $10 item, even though rationally, they know the difference is meaningless. Target uses this across their entire store. Almost every price tag ends in 99 or 0.95. Your brain is constantly being tricked into perceiving things as cheaper than they actually are. Over a full shopping trip, this adds up. You think you're getting deals everywhere, which makes you more willing to keep buying. The beauty of this trick from Target's perspective is that it costs them nothing. They could price things at round numbers, but by shaving off a single penny, they increase sales. It's pure psychological manipulation with no downside for the company. Meanwhile, you walk out thinking you got a bunch of good deals, when really you just spent $200 on stuff you didn't need. Target also uses this for their promotional pricing. Sale tags are bright red. Again, that color psychology at work. And the prices always end in 0.9. Your brain sees the red, feels urgency, focuses on the left digit, and makes a quick purchasing decision. By the time you rationally process what just happened, the item is already in your cart. Here's another move Target pioneered that other retailers copied for years: limited time designer collaborations. Since 2003, Target has partnered with luxury brands and high-end designers to create masstige collections, expensive designer aesthetics at Target-level prices. They've worked with everyone from Isaac Mizrahi and Missoni to Hunter and Diane von Furstenberg. These collections sell out in days, sometimes hours. People line up before stores open, Fashion bloggers dedicate entire accounts to tracking Target collabs. Items get resold on luxury resale sites like Poshmark for double or triple the original price. Why does this work so well? FOMO, fear of missing out. Target creates artificial scarcity by making these partnerships limited edition. You can't wait and think about it. You have to buy immediately or lose your chance forever. This urgency overrides rational decision-making. The psychological trick is even deeper though. By associating Target with luxury designer names, they elevate their entire brand perception. Suddenly, Target isn't just a discount retailer, it's where fashionable people find hidden gems. This differentiates them completely from Walmart and other competitors. Target becomes aspirational. They've also developed exclusive brands that only exist at Target. Good and Gather for groceries, Up and Up for essentials, Heyday for electronics. These aren't just generic store brands though. Target has invested heavily in design and quality to make their private labels feel premium. And here's the sneaky part, higher margins. Private label products are more profitable than national brands, so every Good and Gather item you buy, instead of a name brand, puts more money in Target's pocket. The exclusivity creates loyalty too. If you love a specific Target exclusive product, you have to keep coming back. You can't get it anywhere else. Target has effectively created dependency through strategic brand development. You've made it through the store. Your cart is full. You're almost home free. And then comes the final trap, the checkout lane. Those candy bars, gum, soda, and small impulse items are strategically placed there for one reason: to grab extra money from you at the last possible second. By the time you reach checkout, you're tired. You've been walking around the store, making dozens of small decisions, exerting mental energy. This is when your self-control is weakest. Psychologists call this decision fatigue, and retailers exploit it ruthlessly. You're more likely to give in to impulse purchases when you're exhausted. The placement is calculated too. Everything is at eye level for adults and reachable height for kids. Speaking of kids, if you've ever dealt with a child begging for candy at the checkout, you've experienced Target's strategy firsthand. They know parents will often cave just to avoid a meltdown in public. Target experimented with healthy checkout lanes in some locations, replacing candy with nutrition bars and better-for-you options. But the majority of their stores still load the checkout area with high-margin junk food. Why? Because it works. Shoppers spend billions at checkout areas every year. Even their self-checkout lanes aren't safe. Target strategically places impulse item displays near the self-service kiosks, often with suggested additions on the screen itself. They've studied every possible way to extract a few more dollars from you before you leave. Some locations have rolled out snack bars with grab-and-go options like Pizza Hut products, ices, and popcorn, complete with self-service kiosks, so you can pay without waiting in line. This isn't about convenience. It's about creating another opportunity to spend money you weren't planning to spend. Now let's talk about Target Circle, their rewards program that seems like it's benefiting you, but is actually a data collection goldmine. It's free to join. You get 1% back on purchases, birthday rewards, and exclusive deals. Sounds great, right? But here's what's really happening. Every time you use Target Circle, you're giving them detailed data about exactly what you buy, when you buy it, and how much you spend. Target analyzes this data to understand your preferences, predict your future purchases, and send you personalized offers designed to bring you back more often. And it works incredibly well. Target Circle members spend 3 times more than non-members on average. People with Target Circle credit or debit cards spend 6 times more, and members who pay for the premium Circle 360 program spend 8 times more while shopping 6 times more frequently. The ROI on their loyalty program is insane. The psychological mechanism is the sunk cost fallacy combined with reward anticipation. Once you're earning rewards, you feel like you should keep shopping at Target to maximize your benefits. Those Target Circle deals in the app, they're not random. They're based on your purchase history and calculated to tempt you specifically. Target's CEO admitted that as membership grows, they gather more insights about how customers prefer to save and shop, and they apply those learnings to everything from marketing and digital design to inventory decisions. Translation, they're using your data to get better at manipulating not just you, but everyone. The app makes it even more addictive. You can browse deals, clip digital coupons, scan barcodes in store, to add offers, and see your rewards balance in real time. It gamifies shopping. Every purchase feels like you're winning because you're earning points and unlocking deals, but you're not winning. You're spending more money than you would without the program. Finally, let's discuss how Target has weaponized convenience itself with services like Drive Up. You order through the app, drive to the store, and they bring your purchases right to your car. You never have to go inside. It's free, it's fast, and it's genius psychological manipulation. First, it removes friction. The easier something is, the more often you'll do it. Target has made shopping so convenient that you're more likely to order on impulse. Need something right now? Drive Up. Don't feel like going inside? Drive Up. Running late but need to grab something? Drive Up. Every barrier to spending money has been eliminated. Second, it creates habit loops. Once you experience the convenience of Drive Up, going to another store feels like too much effort by comparison. Target becomes your default option. You're not even comparing prices anymore. You're just ordering because it's easy. They've even added returns to Drive Up now. You don't have to go inside to return something. Just pull up, hand it to a team member through your car window, and you're done. This eliminates the psychological barrier that usually prevents returns, which means you're more likely to take risks on purchases. If it doesn't work out, returning it is effortless. The Target app has also added in-store navigation features. You can search for products, and the app will show you exactly which aisle they're in, with an interactive map. Again, convenience. No wandering around asking team members for help. But here's the catch. The easier it is to find products, the more products you'll be able to find and buy during each trip. Target's entire fulfillment strategy, Drive Up, same-day delivery, order pickup, curbside returns, is built around making it impossible to resist shopping there. They've invested billions remodeling stores to expand backroom fulfillment space by 5 times. Why? Because over 95% of their digital orders are fulfilled from stores, and same-day services account for over 10% of total sales. The convenience isn't a customer service feature. It's a competitive weapon designed to make you dependent on Target. So there you have it. Target's biggest secret isn't a secret anymore. From the moment you see that red logo to the second you drive away with your Drive Up order, you've been moving through a carefully designed psychological operation. The color schemes trigger urgency. The store layout forces exposure to products. The sensory experience makes you lose track of time. The cart size creates pressure to fill it. The data collection predicts your behavior. The pricing tricks your brain. The designer collabs create FOMO. The checkout lanes attack when you're weakest. The loyalty program tracks everything. And the convenience makes it all irresistible. Nothing about the Target shopping experience is accidental. Every element has been researched, tested, and optimized to extract maximum spending from every customer who walks through those doors. They've weaponized decades of psychological research and billions of dollars in data analysis to turn shopping into a science. Target perfected what other retailers could only dream of, making people excited to spend money they didn't plan to spend on things they didn't know they needed. The Target effect is real, and now you know exactly how they pull it off. Next time you walk into Target for paper towels, ask yourself, are you making free choices? Or are you following a script that was written long before you arrived? Understanding these tactics won't make you immune, but at least you'll know what's happening when you walk out with a $200 receipt for a trip that was supposed to cost $20. Target isn't just a store, it's a laboratory where you're both the subject and the experiment, and business is booming.